What's going on, guys? This is a different type of video. This is probably one of the most authentic videos you'll ever see. And yeah, I just wanted to come on here and just talk about how overthinking, right? Overthinking, like, just killed everything. Like, it stopped me from even taking action. It stopped me from just even starting in the first place. Overthinking on things that I didn't even need to think about. And I'm just gonna tell you guys some things that that I went through when just starting out. Really, um, like, one thing is that overthinking, like, it will most of the time it's just gonna hurt you. It won't. There's no. It won't. It won't really even help you at all. And, like, I'm talking about overthinking with something that hasn't even happened. Like, I used to overthink. Let me tell you this. I used to overthink starting my AI agency because I was looking at the service delivery part. I was like, okay, wait, I'm signing clients, I'm taking their money, and I don't even know how to do whatever I'm trying to do. So you know what I did? I would go on YouTube for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Next thing you know, it's 3 months in. I haven't even signed one client. I haven't even took action at all. Just because I'm watching stuff, I thought I was taking action. I thought I was actually doing some stuff. No. So I try to learn how to do service delivery without even having a client. Who am I gonna serve? I don't even have a client. So I looked at it as these three obstacles. Number one, when starting out an agency, number one obstacle is, how are you going to get a client? You don't have any clients. How am I going to get a client? I'm not known. That is your first problem. Second is, now how am I going to deliver what I said to this client after I got these clients? Now, how am I going to provide my service, my value? How am I going to do that? Number three is, how am I going to retain these clients? How am I going to have them work? How am I going to have them, paying me every single month for the service that I do? Right? Those are the three problems that you'll have. I was focused on the middle problem, sometimes the second, without even fixing this problem first, getting the client. So it just wasted months and months of time where I could have been, I could have signed like 3 or 4 clients with the time that I've been wasting watching YouTube videos, watching other people make content on this service delivery, Facebook ads, Meta ads, this, Google ads, this and that. Like, I wasted so much time trying to figure out, how am I gonna provide my service, how am I gonna provide value? And I was just doing this the opposite. And once I learned, okay, like, with these clients, like, I just need to have a offer where it makes sense for them, low risk, and then that's when I can learn how to, provide my value, provide my service, or whatever. So once I took that step, the next month, I have a client. Like, literally in 4 days, I had a client. Did I get them good results? No. Did I retain them? No. That's my next problem now. Now I have to, it's a ladder. It's step by step. Now I have to, okay, now I know how to be a client. Now I have to provide my service. I have to provide my value, learn service delivery, actually get good results. And now, okay, now I know how to get good results for a client. Now, how can I retain them? What automations can I use for them, like, to keep them longer or whatever? How can I, implement myself into their business as possible? So once I figured that out, I see myself, signing another client a week after, client. You know what I mean? So that is what I learned. Like, you have to just take it step by step and not overthink. Just go ahead and do the steps that you need to take to get your first client. And that is simply client acquisition. Client acquisition is the first step. That is the only thing you need when starting out. First month, second month, like, that's all you need. Once you sign clients, once you know how to sign a client, that is when you focus on service delivery and then retaining clients. But also, I also wanted to talk about, like, how that, like, changed, my mindset, like, when coming into this. Like, Of course, you're not going to be confident when you're talking to these business owners that's been in the business for 20 plus years. You're not going to be confident when starting out, but it's just a learning period where the repetition that you're taking, hopping on the sales calls, just talking, seeing out the sales script, whatever. Just repetition after repetition, you'll see yourself get better. And that is what, like, I didn't kind of know. I was like, okay, what's the point of even hopping on a call if I don't even know if I can even get this person a deal? I have no idea what I'm doing. But that is something that I regretted and that slowed me down. And if you're starting out, I don't want that to happen to you at all. But yeah, this is that was something that really slowed me down starting out. But another thing that I also wanted to talk about is just this, like, being in this space, the AI agency model. It is not easy at all. As people make it seem, it is not easy at all. People make it seem that, yeah, you start out, first couple of days, boom, you sign in a client. It's not that. It can happen, but it's not like that. But I will tell you that this can honestly make you rich. Because first, if you're in a high ticket niche, I'm talking $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 niche, where you can charge clients $2K or more. It is so easy to get to your first 10K, 20K, 30K, 40K, 50K, whatever. It is so easy to get to your first 10K because all you need is 5 clients if you think about it. And once you tracked everything down, once you know how many cold calls you need, how many booked appointments you need a day, your close rate, whatever, once you got all that down, at the end of the day, it becomes a numbers game. That is how simple it is to, get to your first 10K. And, like, I honestly, like, if anyone wanted to, start something like this, I'd say the agency space is probably one of the best. And a lot of people will tell you there's one of the best, this and that, but I'm gonna tell you right now, every single business model works, and you just have to find the one that matches you and the one that you think you could probably be successful in. But first, knowing what is your why. That is also something I wanted to talk about. This is just a video where I'm just going to be talking, really. No script, nothing. Just talking and out in the sun. But what is your why? Knowing what is your why, will help you stay disciplined. Motivation doesn't mean anything. Take motivation out the window. Tomorrow you'll be motivated. Today you'll be motivated. Next week you won't be motivated at all. So motivation does not mean anything. Actually being disciplined enough to do the daily tasks that you need to get done, like forgetting about your emotions, how you feel that day, doing that will get you to where you want to be. And to have that discipline, you need a why. Why are you doing what you're doing? And then the discipline comes. Okay, you're disciplined because of that, because of your why. I'm doing this because of my mom. I'm doing this because of my family. I'm doing this so that my mom doesn't have to look at prices ever again. Like, once you know your why, it can be anything, right? Just, your why just has to be enormous. Like, it just has to be huge. That will make you so disciplined to actually, get the results that you need to get. But once you have that, your why, like, nothing will stop you. But, and also, doing what you do. If it is to just be out here in a normal day, right? Normal day, just chilling, right? Just chilling outside, not having to worry about going to work, not having to, clock in, not having to do anything. That, like, if you want that feeling, the only thing you could do is entrepreneurship, man. Like, I don't see anything else. This is the feeling that I wanted. This is the feeling that I want. Like, being that kid, when I was a kid, I'd be outside riding bikes, going swimming, whatever it was, just being outside, chilling with the boys or whatever. I'll be outside, not having to worry about food, not having to worry about money, not having to worry about paying for anything, because everything was free at the moment for me. Because my mom would pay, my siblings would pay, my dad would pay, whatever. Everything was free. But now that you grow older, everything's not free. You gotta be able to do stuff yourself. So that is why you cannot, settle for the 9 to 5. You can't. 9 to 5 won't even barely get you any of that. So if you want to live as the kid that you were back then, just chilling, doing whatever you wanted, like, you have to find something that buys freedom, like buys back all your time, so you can be out here chilling on a random Tuesday, on a random Thursday, whatever. That is what you need. And the only way you can get that is if you work for yourself, if your money's not uncapped, right? Your money's not limited. That's the only way. That's the only way. And that is exactly why I do what I do. That is exactly why anybody should do what they do. To live the life that they always wanted, to live the life that kid always lives. You know what I mean? Because that kid was chilling, man. That kid was chilling. He was outside every single day, no shirt, everything. But yeah, that's just what I had for today. I'm just chilling out here in the sun. I'm not really doing much. But yeah, this is probably one of the most authentic videos that you'll ever see. So enjoy it. It's not any of these scripts that you be seeing every single day. But yeah, I'm gonna catch you guys probably in another video where I'm probably doing something else that's probably boring that you guys might not want to see. I'm joking, but yeah, I'm gonna catch you guys.